Hey. Why are you in this fancy restaurant? At first, I thought a bottom feeder like you couldn't possibly be here. So I had to look twice.
What? Did you go to all that trouble to text me that?
I went through the trouble of unblocking you. You should thank me for that instead.
I didn't ask you to do that. What's your problem? We divorced 6 years ago. I don't need you, my ex-husband, to tell me what to do now.
What the hell? You were at my beck and call when we were married. Aren't you acting cocky now that you're divorced and no longer with me?
Who's the arrogant one here? When we were married, you made fun of me, disrespected me. And you treated me like a slave.
You were actually a slave, weren't you? You were able to live because of the money I earned while working. It's only natural for you to be thankful to me.
Stop it. When I talk to you, you make me feel terrible.
That's exactly what I want to say to you. I was in this restaurant first, remember? Don't act arrogantly. You are the poor person who came in after me. Are your companions poor as well? You all came here to keep up with the Joneses, right?
The people I'm with are all from work. We're all here to eat because we finished our tasks for the day. It's none of your business.
Oh, work, huh? I wonder if there are places that will hire a bitch like you.
Don't make fun of me. Before I got married to you, I was a regular employee at a company. I would have continued working if you hadn't forced me to be a housewife. I like what I do.
In other words, you and I are both glad we got divorced. But hey, it's the type of company that hires anyone, right? I bet the pay isn't that great either. Don't bring all your trashy friends to this fancy restaurant. Remember how this place is known for its high-end Italian cuisine?
Would you shut up? Besides me, everyone else here is amazing. Much more than you can imagine.
Don't make me laugh. I can tell they're incompetent just by looking at them. You should feel sorry for comparing them to an elitist like me.
Enough. True, I was the one who arrived at the restaurant after you, and I apologize for that. But we're strangers now, so don't mess with me. See ya.
Where did you go? Did you go to the bathroom or something?
I'm just changing my makeup in the bathroom. What do you want?
I just looked up and you were gone. I assumed you couldn't pay the bill and fled after you ate.
Excuse me? There's no way I would do something like that. Unlike you, I have common sense, so don't worry.
Don't talk as if I don't have common sense. Do you have any money? It's pretty expensive here.
Don't worry. I don't come to restaurants I can't afford.
You seem to have a lot of leeways, don't you? But I'm guessing you can't all pay the bill. That's why you've all been sitting here for so long.
Can you please stop making assumptions? We're all just discussing our future work plans. We didn't come here just to eat like you. We're all hard-working people.
You've been making fun of me for a long time, haven't you? Don't talk as if I'm not a hard worker. I was going to pay for your meal. But forget it.
No thanks. I would have refused even if you had offered to pay me.
You really are acting like a bitch. Well, I guess you're right. You've always been good at helping yourself to others' wallets. There are a lot of guys in your group.
What are you trying to say?
I mean, I'm just thinking you'll flirt with the guys and then ask them to pay for you.
Excuse me? Why are you saying that? When did I do that?
You seem to be good at it. You fooled me like that too.
Fooled you? When did I fool you? You're the one who pretended to be nice to me and then changed your tune after we married.
I don't know what you're talking about. When we first met, you pretended to be a vulnerable woman, didn't you? I thought I had to protect you. I guess I got the raw deal.
You're the worst. I believe you have a memory problem. In our marriage, you did whatever you wanted. And now you're blaming me for it? You are pathetic.
I'm just telling you the truth. Just having a poor person like you in the same room with me makes me uneasy. But now it's even worse because you're becoming arrogant enough to talk back to me.
So why don't you just stop contacting me? I'm already divorced from you. I'm a stranger and I don't need you to tell me what to do. I don't want anything to do with you anymore. Goodbye.
Hey, Olivia! You blocked my WhatsApp, didn't you?
What? How come? Why are you still sending me messages after I blocked you and deleted your phone number?
I went to the trouble of changing my phone number. You should be grateful for my efforts.
Be grateful? It's rather annoying. What the hell are you doing? Didn't I tell you to stay out of my life?
No, I was pretty drunk at the time. But the next day when I woke up and thought about it calmly, I recalled how beautiful you've grown.
Huh? Don't say weird things out of nowhere. What are you up to?
Come on, that's mean. I'm not up to anything. I just wanted to speak with you while I was sober.
What's the matter with you? You were making fun of me the other day.
My bad. But I'm really surprised, you know. You looked so much better than you did when we divorced. Maybe you lost some weight.
When you and I were married, every day was stressful. All I could do was blame it on food. I had to calm myself down by eating every day. I think I was much fatter than I am now.
People change, don't they? Anyway, you're beautiful now. I believe you are worthy of being taken on a date by me. So, I'll take you out to dinner.
If I go out with you, I'm afraid the meal will be terrible.
Huh? Hey, you, what do you mean by that?
I mean it literally. You enjoy having dinner with people you like. It enhances the flavor of good food. If you eat a delicious meal with someone you don't like, the delicious meal will be tasteless. It would be a waste, wouldn't it?
Do you even know what you're talking about? You're not going to get away with mocking me.
When we were a couple, I used to be scared of your threats. But I'm no longer the type of woman who is scared of such things. Trying to persuade me is pointless.
Damn, what a jerk you are. I offered to buy you a nice meal, and I even told you that you looked better than before.
I didn't ask for it. On the other hand, you've grown sloppy, haven't you? I'm sure you eat a lot of prepared foods, don't you? I see you drinking as much as you want and living a sloppy lifestyle.
What the hell? That's all because you left. It's because you divorced and abandoned your husband's care. That's why I'm in this mess.
You haven't changed your attitude toward blaming others. Well, I don't really care because we're strangers now. If you continue to be like this, you will lose more and more people around you.
Shut up. It's none of your business. I forgave you and invited you out for a dinner. I swear you'll regret turning me down.
On the contrary, I'll always make the same choice, no matter how many times you ask. It's a waste of my time to get involved with someone like you.
You bitch. You keep saying cocky things. I'm going to crush you, I swear.
You're free to do what you want. I'm not a weak woman who will be crushed by you. See you.
Hey, Olivia. Why aren't you at your parents' house? I went to pick you up.
What? What do you mean you came to pick me up?
I went to your parents' house to pick you up, but you were not there. Your dad splattered water on me. It was a real mess.
Don't be ridiculous. Why did you go to my parents' house? Dad and Mom have nothing to do with this. Don't bother them.
What are you talking about? Don't act as if my presence is a bother.
Actually, it is. When my dad found out I was being harassed by you, he got very angry and my mom was crying. They didn't want to meet you. I'm sure they didn't even want to see your face. Why would you do such an insane thing?
I went there just to pick you up. I was just trying to be nice to you.
I said it's annoying. Don't go to my parents' house because I no longer live there.
So that means you live alone, huh? In that case, you can come home.
What? What are you talking about?
You've been living alone since we got divorced, right? I'll move in with you because you're probably lonely.
I've already remarried.
What? Remarried? You?
Yes, me. I have a partner, so I'm not alone, and I have enough company. So no thanks. Well, even if I didn't have a partner, I wouldn't rely on you.
What the hell? To begin with, aren't you lying that you got remarried? I can't believe that a dullard like you would remarry. I'm the only one who would take a no-good woman like you.
That's enough. I understand that you still think I'm a fool, but I haven't sunk to the level of being disrespected by you. Why don't you look in the mirror before you speak negatively about others?
What are you talking about? I'm perfect. Sure, I've put on some weight recently, but I have a handsome face and a good job. If you were to have a husband, he would be someone like me.
On the other hand, you have terrible personalities, so it balances out. Or it could have the opposite effect on you. I'm not sure.
Go to hell. I'll never forgive you for making fun of me. Don't you forget, I'll get my revenge. It's been a long time, Olivia. You did remarry, didn't you?
Do you finally believe me?
I didn't believe it at first either. I've been looking into you for the past week. Then I saw you walking with someone who looked like your husband.
You were spying on me? Don't say weird things.
But I didn't have a choice. If you hadn't remarried, I would have taken you.
No thanks. I told you, even if I don't have a partner, I don't want you.
Don't be shy. You married that guy because you had no choice, right? Perhaps you were concerned about public opinion, but he is no good. He appears unprofessional and has a slouchy face.
Can you please stop saying bad things about my husband? At least he is far more capable than you.
Oh, come on. You just want to put up a front like that, don't you? You won't be able to control your emotions if you don't. If you don't think you married someone better than me, I'm sure you'll regret divorcing me.
What are you trying to say? I'm not trying to put up a front. He's a really great guy.
Yeah, whatever. I already know he's not a good guy. Look, Olivia, break up with that jerk and remarry me.
No thanks.
You know what happens if you don't obey me, right? If you refuse to marry me, your husband will be in trouble. I can go to your husband's workplace and speak with him.
If you say so, why don't you do it?
What? What's with that attitude? You don't think I can do it?
Well, it's not like that. I'm just saying if you can do it, go for it.
Are you sure? I'm really going to do it. I don't care if you regret it later.
You're the one who'll regret it later.
Huh? Why? I'll blackmail your husband into divorcing you. In the end, I'll get you back and the whole thing will be over, right?
Well, if you do that, I think it would end your position at the company.
What do you mean?
You were investigating me, but didn't you look into him? He's the next president of the parent company of your company.
Huh? My company's parent company? And he's the next president?
I used to work for the same company as you, remember? I didn't want to work for the same company as you again after my divorce. So I took a chance and went to the parent company for an interview. And I got in.
Oh, for real?
For real. And while I was working, I met a guy who is now my husband. 2 years ago, I got remarried. Now I have a baby in my belly, and I'm the happiest I've ever been. So, will you stop bothering me?
Oh, well, I didn't know that. And, I just wanted to start over with you. That's all.
Really? You're going to declare war on my husband? Well, if you want to do that, be my guest. You're the one who's going to get crushed, though. As soon as I texted this, Isaac stopped replying to me completely. I spoke with a coworker who works for the same company as Isaac, and she informed me that Isaac has recently been working harder and more seriously. On the other hand, I had a baby 6 months later. I am having the most wonderful time